Hello, parents, and welcome to the first liftoff video for you as your child is at camp. I want to introduce myself. My name is Adam Hollingsworth. I am the Next Gen Minister here at Westminster Chapel, and I'm the one off at camp with your kids right now. Now, today is starting something that I think over the next 3 days is going to be hopefully really incredible for your teen. Because our theme that we're looking at is this one small Hebrew word that only shows up in 3 different chapters of the Bible. It's this word that's translated as Selah, or maybe Selah, depending on how you want to pronounce it. But what's interesting is this is a word that's kind of been lost to history. It shows up in 2 chapters in the book of Psalms and 1 chapter in the book of Habakkuk. And this word isn't translated into English because nobody knows what it really means. Nobody has a concrete, this is what this word means. Instead, we just have theories. We have theories because it shows up in poetry that it's probably a refrain, a moment of pause, a moment of rest. And this is the theme that we're going to be diving into over the next 3 days with your child. How do you rest? How do you find Selah? And when you find it, how do you keep repeating it? What does it do for you in your life? Because over the last year, so much has changed. So much has been so stressful and anxiety-inducing in your life and in your child's life. Because even though you and I are going through a pandemic for the very first time, we've gone through quite a bit of life before this to have something to draw off of. Whereas your child hasn't. They have 15 years of experience, whereas you may have 30 or 40. And so what we're going to be diving into specifically today is this idea that rest is restorative. That rest is something that you do after pushing really hard. And we've all pushed hard this last year. Your child has pushed hard this last semester, maybe even this last week. But rest is something that is so intrinsically wired into us because we are made in the image of God, and God rested after creating. And so this is going to be the idea that we're pushing and focusing on today, is that when you work hard, rest as well. Don't just push the pedal to the metal all the time and burn yourself out, because even God didn't do that. After he created, he rested. And we're going to be instituting something over the next 3 days that I think and I hope your child holds on to well after camp. It's a intentional Selah time, because we've broken Selah into stop, exhale, look, ask, hear. And it's this 5 to 10 minute long Christian meditative exercise, to where as they are looking into the Bible, looking into Scripture, they're taking a moment to step outside of all of what's going on, all of the stress and all the worries in their life. They're taking 5-10 minutes to step outside of that, to breathe deep, to pray, read in Scripture, and try to listen for what God may be speaking in their own hearts and in Scripture. And our focus for that today is just starting the practice. Giving your child a moment, an intentional moment to sit down and just meditate, maybe for the first time. And so what I would encourage you to do is, when you pray for your child today, pray that this moment of meditation can be something incredible. And what I would encourage you to is to give yourself a moment of quiet meditation in prayer, to show that as an example and to try it for yourself. And so how do you do that? Well, I would simply encourage you, first, take 60, 90 seconds and just sit and breathe deep. Close your eyes, focus on every single breath. And then, after you've done this for a little while, you feel your heart rate calming down and you just are thinking about your lungs expanding and collapsing. once you've reached a moment of quietness, then ask God to give peace to your child. As anxiety is spiking and just skyrocketing amongst Gen Z, that your child can experience a peace that is beyond understanding. Because tomorrow in our video, we're going to kind of walk through something that happens in the New Testament concerning rest. And I think that it can be really impactful for the way that you pray for your child. I'll see you guys tomorrow.